Goofy as fuck. Okay. I know I changed that shit. Anyway, read off. Firefly. Night. Cause they're just like mine. Fucking Firefly. Diablo 2 poison only. My god. With a druid? My god. Bro, you're brave. Yep, shit on everything. Browser? There we go. That's what I was looking for. I was like, Night Stalker suit? Did I just use, did I just use this one? Okay, alright. I mean, I doubt all of these still work, but hey. Yes. Can I find all the listed promo codes? Is it only just those two? Okay, so it's literally just those two. Alright, well, that's all I wanted to know. Camera shake instance. Turn this shit down. Controller shake. I do not like my controller vibrating. Turn that off. You can do that. UI skill. Turn this up a little bit. A lot of it. Play tutorial mission. Fuck that. I don't need that. I don't like the tutorial mission. It's fucking annoying. Let's just get started. Firefly, just like mine, looking firefly. Fucking firefly. Oh my gosh. That's it. Fucking breaking bed. Holy shit. Core memory unlocked, they say.
Sleeping mother, sacred harbinger, awaken and reclaim what is yours. You who rise with the moon in darkness.
Oh my god.
Who prepares the path for the midnight sun.
Yes. Midnight sun.
Turn your merciless eyes upon us and arise!
Nice show, Doc. Next time, call Seymour. Better yet, I'll just shoot you and save us all the trouble.
unwinding. We are fortunate to be here at all.
And where is here, exactly?
Salem, Massachusetts. Well, a pocket dimension in Salem, Massachusetts.
Oh, suburbs. Nice.
Welcome to the Abbey. Home of the
Midnight Sun.
What the hell is this? Lilith's Junior Demon League?
Wait, it's that jerk from TV. Which one?
Now, if everyone would just take a moment.
Enough!
You're standing on my flowers.
Oh, been a long time, Sarah.
It's caretaker now.
If I could have avoided this moment, I would, but...
Spare me the speech. I know Lilith's back. We're sisters after all.
Guess we're suddenly invisible now.
Shall we chat, Stephen?
No one can argue that the Hunter earned their rest in the first battle against Lilith. I only hope they are up for the task once more.
You wizards always make everything sound so lofty. I raised my sister's only child as a weapon against her.
And saved the world in the process.
Now you want me to dig them up and ask them to do it again.
I did not write the prophecy, Sarah. Besides, I am no common grave robber. We are simply reuniting their ethereal essence with their corporal form. Speaking of, it would help to have a mental image for the procedure. Spare no detail. Spiritual identity theft is no laughing matter.
Okay, folks, I will be right back. I need to make a quick trip. I'll only be gone a few minutes. Okay, so my actual channel playthrough, we played a male character. Of course, as we know, the agenda. The main character is actually supposed to be female, canonically, quote unquote. So, of course, it's gonna be a sister. You gotta be that damn dark though. There we go. We'll go green for now. Let's see the hair choices. Oh, I like those. We're probably gonna. That's what I rocked on me. Dreads. Medium curly. I love this. I love this. I fucking love this. We'll go with I'm gonna go with Auburn. I actually like that a lot. Facial. Oh, you can give her facial hair. Nice. All right, cool. That's what we're gonna rock. We're gonna change some of that stuff, obviously, once we unlock things. See, the game still kind of runs like shit.
Child of light and darkness, you who tame the night, hear the voice of those who beseech the end.
The collar! Wait!
Okay, we can skip all this shit. We've seen this before. We've been here before. I'm just intrigued. Is he really doing this with fucking Druid? He is really doing this with Druid.
That's cool.
Has it been so long?
Try again. We have a couple of mortal skeletons attacking people constantly as well. That's true. God help us if they come at us with divine, though, huh? Could be a slight problem. Why do I? Oh, I was gonna say, why am I like glowing with embers around my feet? But it's just the spirit. It's just the spirit. ASMR with lemon. 30 minutes of lemon just screaming. Enjoy. I don't think you watch a lot of ASMR. Call it a hunch. But I have a sneaking suspicion that you are not part of that group. Either that or your tastes are very interesting.
That makes two of us.
You
One of
should
the
have
two.
struck when you had the chance, vampire.
Underground passage leads to the dark wood.
You will not live to
Oh,
regret your error.
I see.
Cute. And Caretaker told
Thank
me
you.
to be nice. Relax,
I
Slayer.
see,
I'm
I
a
see, I
friend.
see.
You just don't know it yet.
I don't
Yes.
want to be in here. Okay.
I saw you with Sarah before.
I hate retracking.
But what would she want with a
Don't like going
vampire?
backwards.
Unless...
The name's Blade, and I'm no ordinary vampire. I get you've been out of commission, but I thought
Fine,
you
I
noticed
missed
since
it.
we're having this
This
little
is
show.
my
out
fault.
in the
I missed the
freaking
teleportation thing.
a dampier?
That wasn't thorough.
Daywalkers were a myth even to me.
Anything is
sun. Says
ASMR
the
for brave enough.
half-human, half-demon monster hunter.
I'm gonna call bullshit on that one there, bud. Call me crazy, but I don't think that's how that works. It's like saying anything is food if you're willing to stomach it. It's like, no.
You appear quite versed in my
One
history,
cannot
dampier.
One cannot get
Heard my fair
nutritional
share of
value
stories
from
from Caretaker.
acid, so
The legendary hunter, child of
don't
Lilith,
think that works.
last champion of the blood.
Call it a hunch.
Some call you angel, some
All
demon.
right,
Probably a little of both.
we're here.
Led the Knights of Wondagore against the
Harvey's
armies
doing
of
his thing.
darkness until you fell
Dropping all
at
sorts of potions over there that I don't want.
shoot.
We don't need strength
This
of gas
is why
potions
they
at
don't
4K.
normally have
We have
me
Harvey.
do the
It's
meet and
fine. We
greets.
got this.
I can see why.
Just want a tree. Show me the tree and not the.
As much as I'd
Woo.
love to see how much weirder this conversation can go, we should probably get moving.
Man,
Agreed. The prophecy is in motion. I can feel it. We have wasted too much time here already.
Man, the others are really gonna love you.
Others?
that's
Yeah,
crazy.
you got a little fan club, I think. Hope you're up for the...
Oh, I feel like a dinosaur mentioning that, man. Oh, the unknown. What? Joined by my obviously injured and next strong good friend of mine.
This nigga, bro.
Chi-Town JD! Jesse, what's going on, man? JD! Jesse!
JD, where were you when I needed a friend? I had every pump stand.
Man, what are you drinking over there, bro? I see a Pepsi on your desk.
Hey. It's not a Pepsi, it's water. It's water, it's not a Pepsi. If you see, it's clear.
Ah.
It's Pure Life, not Pepsi.
That's Crystal Pepsi. I brought that back.
Oh, that was terrible.
Oh my God, man. Crystal Pepsi, man. Oh, I feel like a dinosaur mentioning that, man. Holy shit.
I didn't know that it was illegal to not watch WWE programming. I learned this week.
What does that shirt say? I love sarcasm.
Yeah, I love sarcasm.
Oh man,
it's like punching people in the face with words.
Yeah, I love that. I do that every day.
Oh yeah, me too.
And we have business to take care of here. Apparently you're injured. Apparently you got into some social media shenanigans with the punky.
There we go.
This weekend.
These people are real.
I do.
Dead Hunter.
Either way,
they're worse than the Swifties.
Hunter. Not sure if you.
I don't know what to tell you.
They are worse than.
Yeah, be working for a second. I thought you weren't gonna come on the show tonight.
Yeah, I was not gonna make it, but I refused to follow the doctor's orders. My doctor said I should not be here, and I have chosen to be here to do my job and do business.
Okay, I appreciate the chat. Appreciate you. Okay. Dynamite tonight, man. Listen, let's get right into it. For the fun and games here, man. Christ. Somebody got to be in this fucking place that on a new host or something, please. Someone can you get me somebody that's a little bit more professional, please? He's the fucking people don't even fucking like this guy, man. I know you're here for me. He's healed. He's miraculously healed.
Feel better.
That is
Feel better. Man, that's a shoot. JD knows.
curious.
Last couple of weeks I've not been doing well.
Interesting.
I'm much better.
Yeah.
I'm ready to rock and roll. Apparently, unlike my colleagues here, I am able to keep my clothes on, my hat if I want to wear my hat.
I see.
Christ. Yeah.
Because I was the one stupid enough to make one-sided wagers on a pro wrestling league.
Listen, nobody wants to see me with my shirt off, okay? That was the most innocent thing because it's my gimmick, okay? I wouldn't sleep with a fucking hat on.
I saw you out here with no hat. Drew coming out with no shirt. I thought you was gonna have pants on under that fucking desk, bro.
Yes, I do. Yes.
I mean,
I have shorts on. I have my Dr. Disrespect shorts on. Yes.
So that was
jeez,
Lewis, huh?
Louise,
It's a
bro.
real 90s
What is going on out here, man?
I don't know, man. Naked rules
wish we could get you settled in.
Too much, bro.
Things are already
Today we use machines, okay?
Prophecies be damned.
Speaking of,
It's good to see that face
my
again.
Dr. Brew, he's actually at the show tonight, I believe. At the Rampage tapings. God bless his soul on that one. You know, he's got to sit through the fucking Rampage. Listen, man, like I usually do with Drew, I'm going to do with you here tonight. Dynamite, I thought, was a very, very good show tonight. Very focused. Two of their biggest storylines, probably two of the only storylines that they have right now, are being played out masterfully. Love what's going on. what do you want to start off with tonight? What do you want to talk about?
Tell you what, let me redirect that back to you for a half second, and then I'll get into it. Do we want to stay on track for tonight, or do we want to address the elephant that I have not personally addressed yet?
Well, you know what? I'm gonna make a call here because I think a lot of people want to hear us talk about the show, and I don't want to really take up a huge chunk of the beginning of the show talking about Pepsi Man showing up on Monday and then cutting a fucking lame and half-ass promo for 5 minutes after waiting 3 hours for a fucking terrible show. We'll talk about that at the end of the show. We'll do like WWE did. They made us wait for nothing.
Make them wait to the end.
And then you guys will get Jesse, and then again, my opinion on the situation with Punk and him coming back. Why Jesse doesn't watch the
Oh, God.
and why he will not be watching with Pepsi Man. So,
I actually have a very logical reason for it.
I'm sure you do. Because you texted me this week.
Yeah.
Alright, let's do it.
Otherwise.
And tonight was a very good show.
From here,
The
magic
theme
can open gateways
of
to just about
tonight
anywhere
on
on our
Dynamite
planet and beyond.
was
We don't want to
Pro
risk punching
Wrestling
through
First.
the wards protect.
Did you get that?
Pro wrestling first, yes.
Pro Wrestling First, man. We focused on the tournament tonight. We got phenomenal wrestling. We got, admittedly, not a whole lot of storyline progression, although the most important storyline in the company right now took a huge step forward. So with that being said, let's start off with the wrestling. Swerve and Jay White.
Yeah. Excellent main event.
Match.
Excellent main event.
Fantastic match.
Jay White buried, man.
I hesitate to call this good news.
Absolutely.
Still hearing it,
resistance
you know.
between you
I mean,
and the segment.
they'll get over it. So.
Looks can be deceiving.
And that's not about getting over
There's
it.
no
They'll
way
they'll
these foot
realize
soldiers
it's
are
actually
behind the
not
disruption of the wards of protection.
There's no way.
Jay White was
There's no
here.
way.
Nobody would be here before me and you complaining about Jay White.
No, there's no way a wrestler of that caliber, a man of that caliber, that talented, is going to be buried by anyone. And it's just ridiculous to even say.
Yeah. So these guys, look, man. Maybe a lot of these people don't know, but
Not great, but not bad.
because maybe they're not familiar with Jay White's past. But I don't expect anything less than what we got from Jay White tonight in that ring. And for those who are just now getting familiar with it, they are learning that kill shot, aka Swerve Strickland, is just as capable as Jay White. And they put on a clinic tonight for a TV main event. They told a story. There was no outside interference. I thought that was key and important in the quality that we got in this wrestling match, and it was still interesting. No shenanigans, nothing like that. It was just the bells gonna ring. Two phenomenal wrestlers are gonna put on a wrestling match. The match is gonna end, and that's gonna be the end of that particular story. With the overall story being the tournament itself. So
That gamma
it appears
spike
to
we
me that
detected
the
in your
winner of
area
this
seems to be
tournament
growing. Let's assume
should
that's
be
not a good thing.
labeled
Gamma
or
or not,
tagged
I feel
such
the hand
as
of
being
my mother at work.
one of the best technical wrestlers in the world. Because what we're getting is fantastic wrestling matches out of this tournament.
Impressive.
Much like a King of the Ring type-esque type deal. You know what I'm saying? The World Championship and things of that nature can be won through nefarious means. Could be interference, could be, cheating, could be this, could be that. Storyline comes into play sometimes. But this tournament, the best wrestler is going to be crowned. And that's what I'm on board for with this tournament.
Yeah, I am loving this tournament so far through 2 weeks. I was thinking tonight in regards to watching this tournament, I thought tonight was better than last week on Dynamite. I thought the matches were a lot better this week than they were last week. The only thing that I will say about this tournament is Tony Khan kind of lied to us about the 12 best. And I know this has been documented by not only me, but a lot of other people. Listen, Daniel Garcia is a fantastic pro wrestler, but not one of AEW's best. Especially with the way he's been presented on TV. Jay Lethal is a fantastic pro wrestler, but he is, in all sense of the word, and I mean absolutely zero disrespect, the way AEW has treated him is a joke. And Mark Briscoe, don't have a negative thing to say about Mark Briscoe, but he's also there to eat L's. Now, with what they did tonight, we had Moxley and Swerve, the two biggest names in this tournament. Jay White's also a big name. Moxley, he went in there and wrestled Jay Lethal tonight, and then Swerve wrestled Jay White. The thing is, Jesse, with this tournament, Tony Khan gave us an upset on Collision. Brody King beat Eddie Kingston. Now, you know why people are calling that an upset. In any fucking logical manner, I would take Brody King over Eddie Kingston 7 days out of 7 days. I don't think that's an upset. I don't think that's an upset. I don't know why people are calling that an upset. Eddie Kingston's fucking great. But if you look at the size of both men, you would think at the end, Brody King would come out on top. So I don't consider that an upset. So please stop saying it is an upset.
Kayfabe upset because Eddie was
Yes, but realistically, it's not an upset. What Tony Khan needs to do tonight, he should have did it this week, being that he didn't do it last week. He needs to do something unpredictable. Jay Lethal should have beat Jon Moxley tonight, or Jay Lethal should have got a win last week. And proven to be upset, over Jay White, or whoever he must have lost. Now, I can say the same thing about Swerve and Jay White tonight in the main event. Everybody is picking Swerve to win this tournament. He's probably going to be there in the end. One loss is not going to eliminate him from being in the finals of this tournament. Jay White. See Jay White win this match because everybody wanted or thought Swerve was going to win. Moxley. He won last week. Why could Moxley lose this week? What about Mark Briscoe? Mark Briscoe should not win. Mark Briscoe.
Well,
Should I lose? You see what I'm upset in this tournament? Yeah, and that's the problem. He's booking this tournament again, just like every other tournament that he's booked. He's put his favorites in there, and his favorites are coming out on top. Or in this case, Swerve, who's the hottest guy in pro wrestling right now, he's coming out on top because he got well, why can't we get an upset? We haven't got one upset here. For an upset and wait for it. This tournament is different than another tournament Tony Khan has done. He hasn't done.
The rest of your mother's children.
See, I'm not gonna do that. At least not yet.
No.
I can't do that in the first round of round robin tournament, which makes it even worse because just because you lost your first match doesn't mean you out of the tournament or you're not gonna win the tournament. I want to see what the overall story is that he is trying to tell with this tournament. So it's kind of hard to criticize it and break it down. We're a good one round into it. Not to mention, I don't want anyone over there who may or may not be watching the show to be influenced by how you feel out of the first round and start changing up any long-term plan or anything may or may not have had. Let's see what he's doing.
We understand this too. I'm just saying, tournaments like this should be unpredictable, and I feel like we're taking the safe road right now. I mean, I want a little bit of a bumpy ride. I want to be like, oh shit, Briscoe just picked Swerve to win this tournament. Swerve lost already, and you think it's a step match, and then we have Edge that we have really are causing him to maybe slow his momentum down, and he's injured or something like that. Yet he's won his first 2 matches in this tournament. I mean,
I'm not disagreeing with us wanting the surprise and the upsets, things like that. But again,
I'm trying to put this in light of other tournaments. If you ever watched the NCAA tournament, it doesn't really get exciting until at least like the Elite Eight, maybe the Sweet 16, and then just round one. Relax, wild card round of the playoffs in the NFL. I mean, we're just keeping the ball rolling. We're not gonna. You have the higher up you begin, the harder the top you come down. Now, is that an analogy? I mean, how many teams are in the NCAA tournament? 30, 32, 36, 64? You're not gonna get a 64 seed to be the number 1 seed. You're not gonna do that. The number 1 team has to have an absolutely fucking night. Well, maybe
We may not be ready for this
32,
thing
what?
yet. Might be smarter to pull back until we know what we're up against here.
They almost have to forget the best. Number 1 seed is going to fly through until you get to the nitty-gritty of it, where the competition really comes in. And that's the reality of any playoff bracket, anything like that. The number 1 seed, the best team in the league, normally is not going to struggle the worst. Now, has it happened? Sure. But all likelihood, the number 1 seed is not going to struggle until you get down to the top 8, top 4, or something like that. And that's when it gets super exciting because then the better teams are facing the better teams. And you start off this high with that kind of momentum excitement in the first round, bro. You gotta keep trying to top yourself. Let them gradually get to the crescendo here. You don't want to start a tournament off and then be like, okay, now we gotta get better. I don't want to start up here and then go down here. I want to start here at base and say, okay, we're getting just straight up wrestling. That's what we're getting. Great wrestling, great matchups here and there, the obvious one. Let's see what we get on the next round. Things like that. Like, ooh, stakes are up. Okay, we got 2-3 space.
Okay. Be right back.
Congratulations. New world or not, some things remain unchanged.
Look.
What look?
Boldly charging headfirst into the jaws of your enemy. Courageously risking the lives of yourself and your teammates. Just to play the hero. This is the Fire Dragon all over again.
Fire Dragoon. My memories may be fragmented, but as I recall, I killed the bastard.
And all it cost was a village.
Of course. I see it now. The look.
Cut him some slack. It wasn't that simple.
It never is. Which is why I sent you to help. If Spider-Man hadn't come along today, we could have lost far more than
the Sanctum?
Or Wanda.
She means I could have died. Again, putting an end to her eternal crusade against my mother.
You've been through a lot. For now, it's enough that you all made it back in one piece. More or less. We'll talk more later. Get some rest.
All right. Oh,
It's gonna happen here. I mean, we can't start at the crescendo and then try to get better. It's gonna fail at the end.
Now that things have settled
I,
down,
I, I
you
mean,
should get some
listen, I get what you're saying. I don't really think that matters at all. Moxley lost to Orange Cassidy. I mean, he came into the tournament losing a match. Swerve, came in fucking. Who knows what's wrong with him? I mean, following full gear. Should he have won his next two matches after that? I mean, I don't know. But like you said, there is story, and it's 2 weeks. I'm not. It's just a concern and something that I was thinking about. But there is story in this tournament. Swerve, is he going to be mad? Is he going to be able and manage himself to go all the way to the end with the fucking injuries that he accumulated coming out of full gear? Danny Garcia. Is he going to be the professional wrestler that we know he is and shed the sports entertainment gimmick? Brian's got the eye injury. We got the Blackpool Combat Club situation. 3 members of the Blackpool Combat Club are in this tournament. What is going to be with them at the end of this tournament? And, you got the Jay White situation, it's a great pro wrestler. You got Rushin, it's a wild card.
I solve the world's problems with
technological
means.
Part of the House of Black. Everybody wants to see more House of Black. He's in there. Don't know why Malachi's not there, but he's in there. But there are stories here, and hopefully, like you said, in weeks 2, 3, 4, and we got a whole fucking month to go. We got 8 or 9 different shows left. So yeah, I'm sure Tony Khan has something up his sleeve.
Now at the end of this tournament,
you might ask,
if it doesn't pan out and go well,
from your communications
we will absolutely.
I'll revoke
go
access
back
and let
and
everyone
start
else know
from round 1. I'll say, then go. Okay, if this is what we were gonna get when it was all said and done, let's go back. Why didn't we get this and this in round 1 and this in round 2? Then we're gonna go back and dissect that shit. As a matter of fact, we should make that a segment. We're gonna go back and dissect the tournament from the very beginning all the way through once it's over. But as it happens, it might have a story that they're telling, man. Ooh, how come this person's not in the tournament? Maybe they're hurt. We don't know. I mean, injuries are literally flying through that locker room like fucking water. We don't know. So let's see what they give us before we say this should have been. How can we sit and say this should have been when we don't know where they're going with it?
Yeah, Dagger in the chat. Dagger43 makes a very good point. He said the higher the stakes, the more intriguing it will be. The upsets will be more meaningful.
Yeah.
I could see that. I could see that being a thing at the end of the tournament when, it does really become a win or go home situation.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just a minor concern. Just thinking about what we've seen over the last 2 weeks. Jon Moxley can absolutely afford a loss. He's bulletproof. Swerve can lose because we would understand with him coming out of full gear. He's also been bulletproof lately. These guys are probably going to be there at the end, so we don't know what's going to happen here. We still have a whole month left to go. I'm enjoying what Tony Khan's produced so far. I think this tournament is fucking great. Collision looks amazing on Saturday with the matches that we got from the Blue Block. So we will follow. Continue.
I think at some point everyone is going to lose in this tournament.
Yeah,
I believe. I don't think anyone's going to go through undefeated. I think the winner of the tournament is probably going to have 1 loss. And when they win the tournament, the person that is that 1 loss is going to have a gripe like, hey, mofo.
Yeah.
I'm the one that beat you. I think I deserve some kind of rematch for this stipulation that you won. The thing, what I'm saying? Story comes out of it.
Yeah.
So, let's see.
Yeah, I'm excited about it, and I've thoroughly enjoyed the tournament so far. So tonight we got Swerve beating Jay White. Excellent main event. I thought it was actually going to go time limit. Justin Roberts did countdown. He did notify the crowd that there was 5 minutes left to go, and literally within the next minute, Swerve got a fluky pin on Jay White, and he gets another 3 points tacked onto his overall total. Jon Moxley beat Jay Lethal tonight in the open of the show, and then Roosh beats Mark Briscoe, which I thought was a fantastic match. So all 3 matches were very good. Obviously, the main event being best. I thought Roosh and Mark Briscoe had a fantastic match as well. Moxley and Jay Lethal had the lesser of the 3 matches tonight on Dynamite, and we will get into how all those matches broke down in just a little bit. The other big thing that happened tonight is MJF. Got some MJF news, man. Some sad MJF news. Hopefully it's not as serious as everybody's making it out to be. Obviously the only one that knows that is Max himself, but he's got a torn labrum in a good old tweet and delete Don't know why he even put that out there. We don't really deserve to know that news, nor does Meltzer or Sack or any of these other fucking geeks in the community. But people obviously screenshot it because they dwell on social media and have no lives. Torn labrum, bro. It doesn't require surgery. Apparently he's been dealing with the injury since 2020, as far as I know, via the reports that I read. And he's got a bum hip. So he's going into World's End banged up, which I'm trying to look at the positives here. It does make the match with Samoa Joe a little bit more unpredictable because if MJF is really banged up, the likelihood of him losing the championship right now has absolutely increased. And I don't really have a problem with Samoa Joe winning the championship if there was a guy to choose on that roster right now. I have no problems with Samoa Joe holding the AEW World title, but I think we all know it's not Max's time yet, whether he's injured or not. Like, it's just a shitty situation because I don't think Max loses the championship to Samoa Joe, and I think you and I are on the same page. The only one that really should take that title from MJF, depending on how the injury is, if it's fucking legit or if it's a complete work, like I still believe it is. Adam Cole is the only one that should take that belt off MJF.
Yeah, the way the situation is panned out, Adam Cole should be the next world champion. But again,
damn near indestructible.
You gotta go where the injuries are taking you, and what's given to you, and it looks like it's like Adam Cole is hurt, and the goal was to wait and have MJF finish the feud when Cole came back, but now MJF is hurt.
Yeah.
So just so happens Adam Cole, I'm sorry, not Adam Cole. It just so happens that MJF was in multiple feuds. And quite a few people could be easily interjected in the same storyline they were already in to become world champion, due to injury. It looks like Samoa Joe might benefit from that. It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. And I see possibly even a good thing coming from this. If it works out that way. If it works out that MJF is too banged up, and if it works out that Joe is going to become champion, because MJF needs some rest. Well, by the time MJF comes back, guess what? It's 2024. Maybe they start this bidding war 2024 storyline.
Come meet me in the yard.
With MJF and TK. Maybe they shift a little bit. Who knows? Who knows? But injuries suck, man. Especially at the top of your card. They suck for your long-term booking. Tony Khan has been plagued by these more often than not at the top of his card. And side note, maybe there wouldn't be so many injuries at the top of your card if you were a little bit safer with your spots and everything else, like me and JD have been saying.
Yeah, well, I mean, we shouldn't be talking about work rate, bro. We aren't really experts in that field, if you get what I'm saying.
I digress. I'm not saying, but look,
listen, at the end of the yes.
Jumping over a fucking set of stairs, coming down a fucking.
Do your thing.
Jay fucking aggravated his labrum because of a fucking stupid urinal on the top rope, which if you didn't do it, wasn't gonna make the match any worse. I don't really get it. The fact that you did it looks cool, but should you really be putting him through something like that after he's already wrestled in the last 2 pay-per-views twice?
Trust me, Hunt.
Yeah, no, I get it. You could minimize the risks a little bit more, but at the end of the day, yeah, Adam Cole get hurt coming down from a fucking platform.
I told you, I knew that elbow drop off the fucking top rope was already damaged. Table was going to be something that we were going to come back to. I was watching the fucking show when we were watching, man. We came on live, and I told you, I'm like, Max, don't do it. This
that looked shitty. It looked shitty. It looked unsafe when he did it because clearly the spot was not designed to go that way because he was supposed to be on the table.
Yeah. And he did it anyway. Maybe it was a decision in the moment.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. It shouldn't have happened.
Adam Cole got hurt coming from a platform. Fucking Punk broke his foot leaping into the crowd, into the crowd with his fans. By the way, I heard he didn't leap into the crowd in WWE this time. Stayed his ass right there.
Oh, no, he had the ball and chain wrapped around his ankles. You just didn't see. Yeah. Listen, we can sit here and talk about injuries and all that stuff. It's happened. And how is AEW going to take what we have right now and reroute? I feel like they've been rerouting their plans and changing plans along the way. You know, it makes me wonder, you know, we're going to look back on this a year from now, 2 years from now, when this is all wrapped up and say,
It was just
what
recently
if
that the Hudson
everything
Yards
went according
development
to plan?
rested.
How would this play out? How would the devil reveal play out? What would the real storyline be? Where would MJF and Adam Cole be now after All In if Adam Cole didn't get into the Grand Slam? You know, a lot of what ifs here. So, you know, it's really, you know, Tony Khan and the creative team, they are spending hours after work, hour after hours overtime here in the office trying to come up with a logical way to end the storyline. And like I said, Jesse, with Drew yesterday on TNT, it's almost now that MJF has revealed he's got torn labrum, he's got bum hip, and the likelihood of him losing the championship is a real possibility now at World's End. The devil reveal almost has to come now because we don't really know the severity of the injury, and we don't know if he's going to require surgery. We don't know how long he's going to be inactive as the world champion. We can't have an inactive world champion, so then they actually speed up the devil reveal, and he actually may get it at World's End, which I honestly thought was the right move anyway, if he wasn't.
Let me tell you what my personal feelings are right now about the situation that we're getting right now. I feel that, well, not this is not what I feel, but we know that MJF is hurt. Okay, that we know. I feel that MJF has taken a stance in light of recent events involving his company to put AEW on his goddamn back no matter what and get them through this situation that is currently going on. I believe that, and I think that's why this match was announced. I think that's why MJF is on Twitter saying, hey, motherfuckers, I see and hear what's going on. I don't like the comments being made. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to put this fucking company on my back and we're going to get to where we need to be. I think MJF is not going to let this injury stop him from putting this company in the position that he wants it in while he is world champion. If MJF is this hurt, clearly MJF is not going to go in this match next week. Yeah, he'll be in it. Alright, Joe will do the fucking grunt of it, and Joe will whoop some fucking ass, and MJF will be on the show, which is all we need out of MJF. Yeah. That's all we need out of MJF. I don't think MJF does a legit wrestling match to win. You know, that's what I believe. I don't know. I don't have the sources in the fucking back. But I don't think MJF is willing to sit at home and heal while all this shit is being talked about his fucking company while he's at the forefront of it. That's not what he's going to do. He's going to go out there and put in any kind of work he can.
I've never been one to buy into the science of magic.
Yeah, no, he said tonight, I believe every fucking word he said. His arm would have to fucking fall off in the match for him to not show up and defend that championship. You know, he's going, his body needs a physical breakdown. It doesn't matter. Like, he's going to World's End, Sun Coliseum, defend that time, and if he's got fucking 4 or 5 other injuries on top of what he's dealing with now, you don't give a shit. He's going to go in there, because this is his spot. You know, this is his company, it's a company that's pride will be to the body of work that is created, and what that championship truly does mean to him. It's not.
Make him bleed.
That's the most important thing in life. It's going to be a very interesting situation to see develop. Now, with what we got tonight, I was a little confused because I thought it was my TV. I thought it was TNT TBS. We got. It was like a 6 to 7 minute just blackout. After what had happened, we got the goons, these devils, servants, merchants, whatever the fuck you want to call them, out there in the Footland. They're in masks. We don't know who they are. One guy was a big guy. One guy was a big guy.
The rate of decay within the particles themselves.
He looked like Warlow. He was holding a baseball bat. They had MJF tied down, holding him up. Here comes Samoa Joe, clears house, and then the fucking TV went black. And then all of a sudden we see this writing show up on the screen, on the black screen. It's like some hacker bullshit. I thought I was watching fucking old school Solomon Pro in NXT or Mustafa hacker gimmick in WWE. Stop saying it, please. I see it all over social media. Now, MJF and Samoa Joe to wrestle the unknown agents. The unknown. So next week we're getting a tag team match, and MJF agreed to it. Samoa Joe did not want to take this match because Max is not healthy, and he's vowed to have Max healthy going into World's End. But Max then said he vowed to unmask him, which has got my ears perked up. And that's a huge selling point next week. Are we going to get some reveals next week? We may get right. We may get who's under mask number 1 or mask number 2. I'm very intrigued by what we got going on here because the fact that you did this segment tonight and said that something's happening next week, in my opinion.
You do not know.
Yeah, it seems like we're gonna get.
Perhaps Faust.
It seems like we're gonna get an appetizer to this week.
If you wouldn't mind, Carol.
It seems like we're gonna get a little nugget. We're gonna get a little something to eat before we get our devil reveal.
Yes.
We'll probably leave with more questions than answers, but we'll get a little something. And I think that's a nice little breadcrumb to get us to where we want to go. I'm on board with not, jumping the gun on this devil reveal, but like I said before,
No,
you gotta
Carol.
give us something.
Perhaps you might direct all that energy towards your
And that's what they're
adversary.
doing. Now they're giving us
And
a
the
little
mysterious
something to
cargo
hold
they're
us.
attempting to escape.
That I can appreciate. I think Joe is gonna pick up the slack and get some more time at the top with all these injuries going on and with Joe being over. This could potentially turn Samoa Joe into a babyface champion at the end of the day. This is it. Very well could be. I mean, the way his intention has never changed. He's still Joe the fucking killer coming after the fucking title. But in the meantime, in the build-up, he's gonna help protect the babyface world champion. And who knows? This could lead to Joe becoming a babyface world champion, dealing with the devil reveal, while MJF takes his break for his injuries and things like that. We shall see.
Barley, I can still be a tween.
Yeah, and at the very least. Oh, absolutely. Which is pretty much Joe in a nutshell. Who hates Joe? No, nobody. Nobody. I mean, please. So I like the uncertainty. I like the unpredictability. I like the fact that I'm still into it. Because I've seen so many long-term storylines get to the point where it's like, okay, I just don't care. And that is the key word in any story you're telling. Care. The audience has to fucking care. If you get people out there saying, who's the devil?
Listening to worry
Is it Jack
about
Perry? No, is it Punk? No, it's probably MJF. No, it has to be Cole. It has to be, well, it's probably this person. People care. People are talking about it and people care. So it's already doing well. Alright? All we need is, like I said, a little breadcrumb, but at the end of the day, we need a fantastic day off. And congratulations, you just completed a long-term story.
It may be multiple people involved here. I got myself thinking after Brit tonight. She complained about that getting mic time and Christian getting mic time, and she got no mic time. Like, all right, woman, what are you cooking up over there? Like, why are you so? But you're not on TV. Clearly, what the fuck are you? And why are you so? Why are you so amped up on social media about certain things that are happening on the show? Is Brit a part of it? Could be. If that falls a part of it, Brit, I can definitely see being a part of it. And I don't think it was sad when Brit, when MJ used to make fun of her being a pillar of AEW. He always put that emphasis and certainly play into the aspect there. Paul's obviously my choice. Roddy and the Kingdom, they could be a part of this, and we can get like a fucking super group of Undisputed Era or whatever you want to call it in AEW. And Tony Khan is also got to be in the discussion. I don't want to sit here and tell you that I think Tony Khan is the devil, but a lot of people are like, well, who's making the match? Like, the devil is right on the big screen making matches. I mean, is he the fucking new head of creative? What's going on? You can't have this fucking making matches.
No, they covered that well. They covered that well. The devil presented a match, and then the commentator said that during the break, Tony Khan approved this match.
Okay. The segment was all messed up. I thought my TV was fucked up, but still, you got to talk about Tony Khan possibly. A part of this storyline. Well, just based on what happened last year in Los Angeles with MJF calling him a fucking mark and blah blah blah. And Wardlow, You know, I know a lot of people picked up on it. I saw it too. I just found it very funny how Wardlow came out legitimately after that segment to wrestle AR Fox. Like, Oswald's been there. Wardlow, you know, big guy with taking up. Wardlow's under the mask. He's holding the back. He's about to bash MJF back. Comes out in the next match, wrestles AR Fox, and a lot of people picked up on the fact that he had the back that he had. So it's like, all right, guys, you know, just like you know, the last time we saw Adam Cole on TV, he was digging his hand into his pocket. You saw that clip? You saw that clip on Twitter?
I did.
Now, that's gotta be some sleuth type shit, man. If that is the case, you know, that's kudos to AEW, because that looked fucking great when that came out. So maybe that's the case as well. It may be a mixture of all these people. MJF is coming back to Walton.
All right, now, so if Adam Cole, like, really was the one hitting a button in his pocket to cue the devil, things like that, you know Adam Cole wouldn't have a remote control in his pocket. It would be the truck cueing the video. So why would he have to physically push the, you know what I'm saying?
Well, whoa. I mean, well, he wears the devil mask, right? Who took the devil mask? Why did MJF have the Dynamite Diamond ring at the pay-per-view? What? Remote control. Cole's a fucking genius, man. He may be Ninja Gaiden over here.
I know. I saw the sluice. I saw all that stuff, man. I like that people are interested and that far into it and everything else. I don't want to say you're going too far, so I don't want to say keep going, keep looking, let's see how it comes out. But I don't think they would leave their cards out there to be seen like that if that was the case. You know what I'm saying? Like, just cue the fucking video. Why would you? All right, Adam, we need you to push the button in your pocket to cue up the fucking devil and give it away for people to find out, because you know they will.
Yeah.
No, if it is Adam Cole, he didn't have to physically push the button in real life. That's what I'm talking about, to cue the fucking devil. And why would you give your hand away like that? Okay, Adam, go like this, so it looks like that you're the one doing it.
Yeah.
Don't give it away. Just let it happen. Cue the fucking truck. Let the pit it. And then, yeah, it's Adam Cole. He did it and everything else. Okay, all right, fair enough. I don't think they would have revealed it like that and given it away like that. Personally, I just think it was a coincidence that he was moving his hand at that given moment.
Well, either that or he was doing something that I don't really want to know about in his pocket. Yeah.
Pocket pull, man.
Maybe he was fixing his underwear. I don't know.
You don't know. He's trying to put it sometimes. He had to fix his babies. Man, I don't fucking know.
Oh my god, man.
Let's not forget KO, man. Kyle O'Reilly is somewhere lurking.
Yeah, well, he may be on the match. We don't really know. I mean, that may be a way to reintroduce him to the company. Now, we haven't heard from him. Roddy's been missing. You know, he's been showing up once sporadically. Cole wasn't on the show tonight. So, I thought the segment tonight with Joe and MJF and these Devil Henchmen, I thought was a fantastic segment. You know, a lot of people coming out of this thing when I put down how soft the CM Punk promo was on Monday, and we got PG Punk, and I retweeted the clip of Punk and MJF where MJF was acting robotic, and he called Punk PG Punk. A lot of people were like, "Oh, I don't want to babyface MJF. I think he sucks. I think he's cringe." I'm like, well, all right. Well, Punk is now neutered. He's obviously got a behavioral clause in his fucking WWE contract, for Christ's sakes. MJF, you know, the reason why MJF is an over-the-top babyface is because it's all leading to MJF going to be the babyface MJF, the Stone Cold Steve Austin babyface of AEW. That's where it's leading. That's where it's leading. MJF is like fucking blue collar. He's trusting people now, and he loves people, and he hated people before, and he's trying to get back on the right track and right the wrongs of his life. And then he's going to be done wrong, and then he's going to be a babyface that we're all going to sympathize with, and he's going to be a fucking prick, like we know. It's all one. So you can't even compare the two. You can't. So stop. I remember get that off my chest, dude. That should piss me off. Ridiculous, man. The IWC, man. You got the fucking eye of an eggplant.
Don't get me started, man.
Oh, shit. We're going to get into the rest of the show tonight. We got Christian, the patriarch of AEW. Apparently, he was talking about Adam Copeland's deceased father.
Said, you know, it's like you had a single mom. Everybody's like, here we go.
It's happening. The match is happening in Montreal for the TNT title. We will talk about that, and we will go over the other major announcement that AEW had tonight. They are going to Greensboro, North Carolina, for AEW Revolution on March 3rd. So that will be Sting's final match in AEW, place that he's very familiar with. So we're going to Greensboro and meet Jesse. I don't know, unless we get media, which at this rate is listen. I'm like 20 minutes from the Nassau Coliseum, man. It's like, am I getting media? No. It's like I ain't lying, man. I ain't lying. So
I can get media. Want me to get you media?
Yeah. I mean, let's do it.
Okay.
Imagine the fucking king of the New York wrestling podcast, man, lives in New York, can't get media to a fucking New York show. It's like, what's going on here, man?
Go on, I got a guy.
You got a guy.
Got a guy, man.
Okay, you got a guy. Anyway, we're going to get into this show. I want to thank you guys very much for all of your support this week. Jesse's back. He's getting back to as near to 100% as possible. And we are rocking and rolling this week, man. We just hit 150,000 subscribers. We're well on our way to 151. We're more than halfway there. You guys are killing it, man. We're like 380 subs away from 151 already. We had 9,200 people on Saturday Night for Survivor Series. Another 4,500 for Monday Night Raw. We had 3,000 last night for TNT with Andrew Baydala, episode 24. I'm loving what I'm seeing, man. I'm loving the energy, and especially during this holiday season where everything is just, so hectic and busy. Love it. Thank you guys very much for all of your support. Follow Jesse on social media at JD from NY206. Me, Chi-Town Smart on Twitter. Jesse's not really on there. I don't think he really wants to be on there, but you guys can follow him. You guys can follow him anyway at Chi-Town Smart on X, or go subscribe to his YouTube channel where he's going to get back into it, covering Impact. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. We got 500 likes, man. We got 2,100 plus in here. I'm gonna need 1,000 likes. Minimum. Super chats are open. Get them on it. Send them up. Let us know what you're thinking. Anything on your mind, let us know. We'll hang out at the end of the show for last call. Couple sponsors I want to go over tonight. Number one, man, my friends over at Magic Mind.
What is it, Charlie? Find something?
I was not getting through this week without Magic Mind, man. My favorite new beverage. MagicMind.com/JD from NY. You guys are going to use code JDNY for 56% off your first subscription within the next 10 days. Go and get yourself a case. I got my case delivered today. Love it. What's in the mug? Absolutely fantastic. Mix it with my liquid death. Right on cue, man. And then tonight's show is sponsored by my great friends over at Manscaped. Manscaped.com. Code SCRIPT20. 20% off. Free shipping. Got Andrew Baydala a Beard Hedger Pro kit for his birthday.
You got something to cut his hair?
Yeah. It's a shaver, man. It's an electric shaver, man. He does grow facial hair.
I'm kidding, bro. I do.
Oh, my goodness, man. Let's get into it. Thank you guys very much for all the support. We started off, I don't want to spend too much time on the pro wrestling aspect of it. I mean, nobody wants to really hear about it. John No, I don't really want to do that. I'm going to go over how the match started and how the match ended. I thought this was a solid match. 12 minutes. John Moxley. He did say, Jesse, that he was asked about Phil Brooks and his debut. He said, you don't want to know what I'm thinking about the debut up there, or the return. You don't want to know what I'm thinking. Actually, Mox!
Here we do. Moxley already told us what he thought about it.
I know.
He said it in 3 lines. I mean, Mox is a man of very few words, man. He'll say what he means, he'll be done with it. He's not going to fucking repeat it again.
Listen, At the end of the day, I said this once, I'm going to say it again. AEW, minus the MJF promo, I think Punk didn't mention WWE, but it was done in tongue-in-cheek way. It wasn't really a show, but it was kind of a, you know, go fuck yourself type of deal. But I think they should really focus on what they need to focus on, and that is putting on quality television like they did tonight. Devil Reveal, work towards the storyline, World's End. It's going to be one of the biggest shows that they do all year. Just focus on it. Don't worry about what they're doing. You're not going to top what they're doing over there, you know. It's just the way of the game. You know, they got the momentum now. Everyone's talking about them. He's back over there, whether you like it or not. They're betting this season yet, maybe ever. Royal Rumble season. So, you know, don't even bother. Don't even bother. Stay with the program, stay in your lane, and that's it. Focus on you. Lethal. He worked over Moxley's leg after a commercial break. He went for the figure four. Lethal had knocked Mox to the floor. Lethal then took over with a dragon screw, so he's working on the leg here. Danielson's on commentary. Danielson is going to be on. I wonder if he's going to be wrestling with the eye patch or if they're going to put a protective face mask on. It's going to be very interesting. He has not wrestled yet. In the tournament. I believe he's wrestling on Saturday on Danielson said this is a different shit Lethal that we saw last week. I don't really see what we saw, but if Danielson says so, then Danielson says so. We'll get into the news about Bryan Danielson in a second. I'm curious to know what Jesse thinks about that. Mox fought Lethal with Sleeper. Lethal's and leverage Mox shoulders down to the mat. He blocked figure four. Mox reached for the bottom rope. He grabbed it to force the break. Moxley blocked Sleeper. Wrapped Lethal's body with his legs and got a tap out victory. Mox goes from 3 to 6 points now. He leads the tournament. The most points so far. Lethal has a good old donut on the leaderboard. So, in predictable fashion, Jon Moxley wins his Week 2 Continental Classic match over Jay Lethal. I thought it was a very good match. I'm sorry, Justin.
Yeah. I'm not sure exactly what you want, because when you say when guys like Lethal in the tournament, it just depends if you want more credible opponents. If you put more credible people in, then you'd be angry that they're losing. And then if you put people in there that can take that, like, why are they in?
No, because I know it's under the context of a tournament. A round robin tournament. People are going to have to lose.
You don't want some people losing, though, because of what plan you may have for them.
Why?
Because of some plans you may have for them. I just said it. Why?
What plans?
Do you want
why is Lethal here? Where's to catch them?
Maybe they don't want him losing, and it's not in the schedule.
So what?
You don't want him losing.
Who wanted the Braves to lose after 103 wins this season?
Whoever beat them. That's who wanted them to lose. Okay. Somebody has to lose.
Bullshit format. Phillies won, right? You would expect the Braves to win. They lost. So
when's the last time we've seen Takeshita on TV?
I don't know. It's a question.
Maybe there's a fucking reason for that, bro. Maybe there's an injury.
Lack of creative
issue.
Lack of
there's
creative
shit going on.
Lack of creative.
Maybe there's something else going on that we may not be privy to as to why he's not on TV. Maybe that's why he's not in the tournament.
Bro, 12 guests, okay? Jay Lethal's out there with Satnam Singh, Satnam Singh and fucking Sanjay Dutt. Right? What is he doing? Does he want a match all year?
If they put Takeshita in that tournament and Jay Lethal's spot and he lost, he's sitting there singing a different tune about why is Takeshita in there losing. He had momentum.
It's in the fucking tournament over 6 weeks, bro. People are gonna have to lose.
You think they don't like Takeshita anymore?
I never said that.
Well, maybe there's a solid reason why he can't or is not on TV right now.
I don't know. Tony Khan, whichever toys he likes on a given week, on any given week he plays with. Maybe he forgot Takeshita's in his toy chest. I don't know.
Let the man cook. When I'm in the kitchen preparing my awesome meals, the last thing I want is my family in there saying, well, why are you putting this in here like this? Shouldn't that go in last? If this is going to go in? You sit down and eat the fucking meal. When I get done, you eat it, then tell me what you think about it. Don't sit here and tell me how to fucking cook.
I'm not telling you how to cook. I'm tell Tony Khan how to cook. All I'm saying is that don't put Jay Lethal in the fucking tournament. And tell me he's one of the best. He's not. He's not. It's like telling me Budweiser's the best beer ever. Come on,
no,
man.
I disagree right there. Jay Lethal is. He's just not being booked like he is. Now, that's a difference. True or false, though? True or false?
Tony Khan set this tournament up like his own personal beer flight, bro. You got some fucking Belgian lager that's like 12% alcohol and it's got full body flavor, and then next to it you got fucking Heineken. The fuck? Who's ordering a Heineken for a beer flight? He's got some fucking sour IPA from fucking Inglewood, California. Fucking, and then you got next to it a Corona. The fuck are you doing, man? Really?
I'm not sure of these numbers. I've never actually looked into them, but I'll be willing to bet that Heineken and Corona are probably two of the best-selling beers in the world. Now, isn't it all about business and numbers and statistics?
Piss in a bottle, bro. Piss in a bottle. Put it on the store shelf. You open it, drink it. You won't know the difference. Oh, is this beer from the Bush factory, or is this JD from NYU? I can't tell the difference.
Strange out.
Oh, come on, man. Anyway, that's all I'm saying, TK. That's all I'm saying, man. Continue. You go in the kitchen and cook, okay? I'll be the guy that got some points on the Michelin star rating, okay?
There you go, but you gotta eat the meal first. You gotta eat the meal first.
Okay. All right, we'll see. Brian Danielson. Apparently, the sub-IQ fucking cretins online have blamed Brian Danielson CM Punk from AEW. Now, Jesse, well, it's in the news, and Brian was on commentary, so I figured it's a nice segue. Brian was on a disciplinary committee that voted to fire CM Punk. Now, Tony Khan has given Brian Danielson responsibility. Tony Khan has given Brian Danielson a stance in the company that is basically, he's one of his trusted soldiers, his right-hand men. And he was one of 3 people that made this decision. Now, I don't know where people got this information from, but now people are blaming Brian Danielson for firing CM Punk, and it's just a bad look. It's just a bad
everybody's fault but Punk's.
It's everybody's fault. Yeah, it's everybody's fault but CM Punk's. But Tony Khan came out on live television and said that after all of the evidence that he had to rummage through, he made the decision, the ultimate decision for what's best for the company, to fire CM Punk after sufficient evidence was revealed. Which he had to look. Nobody wants to hear that. No. Brian Danielson. Now, Brian Danielson's got some bad fucking stigma in the IWC. Fuck them people. Well, what did you think of this story, man? What did you think about reading this? Because I know Drew and I talked about this last night. I was curious if you were following what was going on.
I saw it, and Tony Khan asked Brian Danielson to do something for him because he knew Brian Danielson would be honest.
Yes.
And he also knew that Brian Danielson was good friends with Punk.
Yes.
And he still trusted him to do what was right. Brian Danielson did what was asked of him. He joined a few other people, and they came to a conclusion, and they gave Tony Khan the results, and Tony Khan could have just as easily done whatever he wanted with those results. He could have buried them, or he could have followed the recommendation. He opted to follow the recommendation. Okay? So ultimately, it was Tony Khan that hired CM Punk, and it was Tony Khan that fired CM Punk. And that story is over.
Yo, it's good to see you.
I mean, do you honestly think Brian Danielson wanted to fire CM Punk?
Nope.
He didn't want to fire CM Punk. I mean, they're fucking comrades. They're fucking great friends. They have such a rich history together. He didn't want to do that. You don't think Brian Danielson wanted to wrestle CM Punk at Wembley? You don't think he wanted to?
If Hydra is not...
I don't think Brian wanted to be put in the situation to be a part of the decision to fire Punk. I don't think that Tony Khan wanted to ask Brian to have to be put in a situation to be a part of the decision to fire Punk. But unfortunately, the situation came down to what it came down to. I mean, it happened. And, you know, we're already on the subject, so I'm going to mention something else about this. I'm going to mention some chatter that I don't like seeing, that I don't agree with online. Jack Perry. People want to say that, oh, I've literally read this more times than I should have.
Hey, Hunter.
Something along the lines of, it's Jack Perry's fault for making Punk mad. I've seen a tweet in that form or in that regard multiple times.
Did you say you were exposed
And this
to
is what I want to make clear right now.
It's probably fine.
When Punk got into the beef with the Elite and got hurt and left,
See you, Hunter.
when Punk came back, Punk did not want to be there anymore. That is why he was sitting in the fucking parking lot of the Allstate Arena begging Tamina Snuka to get him a meeting with Triple H. That's why he was in the parking lot trying to get a meeting with WWE.
This was last December, and he was recovering from an injury. He was going through rehabilitation at that time.
Right. He did not want to be there anymore. Now, when he came back, Tony Khan laid down a golden path for him, gave him his own show, gave him carte blanche, gave him his own roster, gave him his friend back, gave him his own world title, gave him everything, gave him the ability to send home management, gave him everything. But Punk had already decided that he did not want to be there. Now, he got into it with Jack Perry. People are saying, well, why would you poke the bear? Why would you want to make Punk mad? It turns out that Punk didn't care who he got into a fight with. Because like we just discussed, Punk didn't want to be there. He could have spun a wheel. And it just that so happens the name landed on Jack Perry. He would have picked a fight with anybody to get himself fired because he didn't want to be there. If you want to say that Punk isn't there anymore because of the Elite and Kenny Omega, okay. I'm not saying that's the case, but I'm saying maybe you have a fucking point, okay? Maybe. They didn't want to do business. Punk didn't want to do business after the fight. It was the whole fucking break. There was no communication there. The shit went awry. TK should have done more right there. There was the problem. Jack Perry was not the fucking problem. If Jack Perry was never even in London, I promise you, I promise everyone else fucking watching right now, I promise everyone watching on demand later, Punk would have picked a fight with someone else. He wanted out.
Funny.
It was not about Perry. It was not about Perry. For the money that Punk was making, and for the creative control and everything Punk was given, you think Punk is stupid enough to let Jack Perry cost him all of that? Punk wanted out. That's why he launched at Tony Khan. He wanted out. He got what he wanted. He wanted out. If you want to beef with someone because Punk is not there, take it up with TK and the Elite. This has nothing to do with this.
This is the story of a desperate man who basically had no way of a guaranteed contract.
Yeah.
And the money that he was making. And he saw a way. He basically tried to go under the radar, under his boss's nose. And it was public knowledge that he went to Monday Night Raw to go talk to Triple H. Tony Khan didn't say anything of it because Tony Khan had fucking love-struck eyes over CM Punk. This man literally did anything possible to get out of that contract. He saw the one opening, and Punk is a shrewd businessman. He's a very intelligent human being. He saw it, he took it, and he launched at Tony Khan and said some expletives towards Tony Khan. At that point, he waved goodbye. Jesse and I were in the building. We've seen the replay. He waved goodbye to everybody in London. Why did CM Punk wave goodbye? So that was the last time we saw him. He was fired days later. But my question, Jesse, is, you know, he was guaranteed with that contract. I know for a fact that he loves pro wrestling. I know for a fact he loved AEW when he first got it. He genuinely wanted to make the place better. And he tried his damnedest, even when he didn't want to. So at the end of the day, it did become about money. And now he's back in WWE, and it's about money. It's not about... it's money first, love of the business second. But where else was he going to go? where else was he going to go? This was his last chance. You know, he knew that he didn't want his career to end that way, and he wants to go out. He wants to go out on top. He wants to write his own fucking end, and WWE was going to be the only place for him to do that. So he had no choice.
Yeah, I sincerely, and this part, everything I just said, I'm pretty confident that was all fact. If anyone sitting around there hearing what I just said still thinks that Punk would be in AEW still right now, if it wasn't for Jack Perry, I respectively say you're an idiot. I'm sorry. If you want to put it on the Bucks and the Elite and Kenny, we can have that discussion, and you might not be wrong. Okay, you might have a point there. But Jack Perry, you're an idiot. At that point, he wanted out. That's not even the case anymore. Now, before Punk even came back to pro wrestling at all, before he even got back to AEW, or came to AEW, people would ask, what is the one thing that he said that he would want to come back to pro wrestling?
No, you were asking me a question.
Yeah.
What was the question again? I'm sorry, I'm reading the chat.
What was it that Punk said that he would want to come to pro wrestling for his first run, his first comeback? What people would ask him, Punk, what is it going to take to get you back into pro wrestling? What did he say?
He just wants someone to come talk to him and give him a good offer.
He said he wanted a big bag.
Well, that too. Everybody wants a big bag. You want a big bag. I want a big bag. Everybody wants a big bag.
Do you think Bryan Danielson wanted a big bag to come to pro wrestling?
No.
But you don't think he wanted one? You don't think he wanted a lot of money?
Bryan wanted a lot of money.
But that's not. But that wouldn't the first thing he would say.
No.
He would say he wants to wrestle.
Yeah.
He's gonna get paid.
Yeah.
Because he's fucking fantastic at what he does, but it's not the primary focus. Punk came back for money. And he got his money. He got a shit ton of money. And he got a lot more. And it still wasn't enough on the second run because he was already done. He was already pissed off beyond being pissed off. And I can relate to that. I understand that. You're pissed off, you want out. You just want out. I get that part. But to come back and then target a Jack Perry and blame him for your reason of leaving, that's horseshit. Man up and say, you're pissed because the Bucks don't want to fucking do business after your fucking spat.
We're sending you straight to the coordinates Captain Marvel identified.
Because that's the truth. That is the truth. You don't want to be in this fucking company. That's what. Why else were you sitting in the WWE parking lot?
Let me ask you this: if the Bucks and Omega wanted to do business,
Jesse was.
must be up to something.
So, Punk still be in AEW right now?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Because he wanted to work. I truly believe he wanted to do business with them. It's them that wanted to do business with him.
It's possible. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm saying it's I don't know. I know if we would have gotten that, before the first fight even broke out, there was never any drama. Then yeah, it would have been great. It'd still be there. It would have happened. But after Brawl, the game has changed. Everything has fucking changed. From that media slump, could it have been fixed at that point? I don't know. I don't know if any scenario that could have happened after Brawl Out would have made things better. Just how
calamity is never enough to satiate your appetite for destruction. You insist on meddling further,
Omega,
forcing our hand yet again.
not to work with Punk.
Faustus has a radio.
Punk wanted to do business, make money, and FTR versus FTR Punk versus the
I
Elite
suggest
would
we
have been
stop
big
it
business for them.
and see for
None of them
ourselves.
happened. None of them were thinking, well, he didn't want to be here, or they fire him, just quits. But he can't go back to WWE. That's the and I said this about Triple H before in regards to Tony Combo, and I know you agree with this. Triple H is like the sleeping dragon in Lord of the Rings, the second Hobbit film, where the fucking the dwarves go into the cave, into the mountain to go wake the dragon up because they're looking for the Ark of Stone. Triple H is that fucking dragon, and you get Triple H, and she's gonna take fucking 10 minutes.
I saw a move like that once, centuries ago.
Talk to this guy. Look at the next guy, right? When his vocals and his fucking stable shut, right? Let's get back in
Your time has come. Weak, even for high.
I mean, whether you like it or not, I know you don't like it, and I know you don't care, but you can't sit there and tell me it's not a fucking absolute massive.
It was a massive maneuver when Punk signed with AEW, and the momentum was high, and everybody was high in spirit and everything else. Until a little while later, when the shit hit the fan, when WWE was asked about it, they literally said it's their problem. Then they were fucking spot on, are they not? Yeah. So, as of right now, today, days after deciding WWE, yeah, they have a lot of fucking traction right now. They have a lot of, attention right now because of it. But I said we give it a little bit. Okay. Did they expect Punk to go to WWE? I don't know if they expected it. They're probably just as surprised as people were. But at the end of the day, they were probably thinking, I'd rather you be there than here. Don't want to hurt you. So, it's good that things are high right now. I'm going to recommend saying this. I hope it works out for him. I think he deserves to end his career. I think he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame over there. I hope it works out. I'm not worried about it because I don't watch WWE. So I'm not worried about what Phil's going to do to a locker room that I care about. It's in WWE, I don't watch it. If he came back to AEW, I would be worried about what the fuck Phil's going to do next because it's a ticking time bomb. So if he goes over there and it all works out, great. You know what I would rather have? I want AEW to fire back. I want AEW to raise their bar and get just as high as where WWE is right now. And keep the competition live. I'm really weirded out by all these people saying, it's great, AEW's dead now. You want to go back to WWE, the only company in town. That's what you want. When they treat the talent like shit, when they don't pay them shit, when they have nowhere else to go, that's what you want. They're going to come back to giving you shitty TV. Do I need to remind you of the fucking creative we got in WWE the second they buried WCW? It was nothing.
There was no shit.
It was terrible.
Like nobody knew that moment. Like if you want AEW to truly die, then you're a complete fucking wrong. Honestly, your brain's it's just ridiculous. And listen, I know a lot of people think that Jesse and I are AEW fucking dick riders, but let's be real. The unthinkable happened 2 years ago. Tony Khan and AEW brought this man out of retirement when he hated pro wrestling. So they said something and sparked an interest in him to fucking come back in the first place. So the reason why Punk is in pro wrestling now is because of the AEW. Otherwise, he wouldn't be in WWE.
The last thing we need is for this pompous buffoon
He
to
would not
win
be in
today.
WWE right now if AEW did not bring him back to WWE. So you can thank Tony Khan and AEW for that.
That is probably very true. Well, I didn't think about that.
Yes. CM Punk would still be having his at home in his condo with Larry in his lap watching fucking the Black Beach right now.
Indie shows wearing a mask.
Yeah. Someone like tweeting about fucking horror movies or Christmas horror movies or whatever the fuck's going on now.
WWE's momentum is riding high. Good. Because now I want AEW to follow that path to raise their standards and try to be as hot as WWE is right now. That means we win. Okay? And then I want WWE to see that and say we can do better than that. And then I want this shit to go back and forth. We all win. Those of you who watch WWE will win. Those of us who watch AEW will win. Everybody wins. So, sure.
Dollar Super Chat. Fixes Bonds. Says probably don't have to worry about me. Because they probably won't be that jealous of anyone else ever again. Folks had the elite hat on. And an ear-to-ear smile when Punk was fired. Punk is back on top now.
Jealous.
Thank you. But yeah, they were
jealous of
the elite. I know some what
did they?
I got installed power to company. He basically was AEW and they started the company and it was at Austin and stuff like that. No.
Okay, so you think they were okay? Okay. I'm trying to figure out.
Just he comes on and he's immediately the fucking top priority. He's immediately the star of the show. And he's the reason for the ratings.
Punk is about to take off, and with it, any host understanding what this madman is actually ranting about.
Professional jealousy.
That's an opinion. It's a valid. our opinions. Okay, I guess.
Now, one last note about Bryan Danielson. We'll touch upon CM Punk with Jesse Thoughts promo at the end of the show. I know they kind of led to Bryan and Punk, and Jesse wanted to mention that about Punk. Another thing about the Bryan Danielson situation is a lot of people wanted the locker room leader. Oh, there's no locker room leader. There's no structure. Locker room. Meanwhile, you got Bryan Danielson in here. He's got the power to hand out fucking fines and suspensions when he sees fit, because people trust him. And people are now complaining that there's a locker room leader in AEW. Which is it? Do you not want someone as trusted and beloved as Bryan Danielson to fucking because I'm pretty sure that when he sees fit, more than likely it's a legit reason. Because you're not going to be handing out fines and suspensions to anybody on any given fucking day for no reason. Like, you can't complain about this now because
you just want to complain.
You just complain.
Just want to complain.
This is unfair. Like, there's no structure in the locker room. I didn't ask for that. Yeah, you did.
Taking the shot.
You want the structure, Tony? Structure. Jesus Christ.
The helicopter is back.
Bryan Danielson's on my fucking roster. Not only is he, doing what he's got to do, but he's the voice of the locker room. Exactly what Tony Khan did.
It's tough, dude. I mean, I would never want to be put in that position. I was put in that position before professionally, and that's not a great position to be in. But it's an honor to be respected as a professional at your trade, at your craft, for someone to honor your opinion. But that position sucks for Bryan. I don't envy him in that regard, and I don't think anyone in this industry would consider Bryan Danielson a selfish person. I don't think they would consider him an evil person or someone that's unfair. So, in that regard, he still made this call. It sucked for him. It sucks that he had to be put in that position. If I'm TK, I wouldn't have put Bryan in that fucking spot, man.
But spot, it's pretty shitty that Fightful ran that report, and Drew and I talked about that last night. Like, did they have to run that particular report? Did AEW give them clearance to run that report? Like, I don't understand why.
It's not fighting with jobs with whole news. If they got the scoop, if they got the info and it's valid, that's your job. Don't leak it. Whoever shouldn't have said shit.
To someone that really doesn't deserve the backlash is what I'm trying to get at.
It's their dude. That's the whole thing.
Doesn't deserve the backlash.
Don't leak it. They know how to leak shit when they don't want to leak.
Well, whoever leaked it then to Fightful, Bryan should be pissed at them.
Maybe TK leaked it.
I
don't know, but we know that they can keep information in when they want it, and this was intentionally leaked. This was strategically leaked by who? I don't know, but they wanted it out there, and it got out there. If I'm fighting with them, I got that. I'm not saying it's not my job to hold information, because then someone else gets it. They fucking run the scoop and you get it first.
Yeah.
Don't leak it.
I guess so. It is what it is. We will get into the CM Punk situation later in the show. I want to get Jesse's take on the promo. And yeah, that's the story with Bryan Danielson. I commend Tony Khan for putting Bryan Danielson in that role, and I would have done the same thing. And you want a locker room leader? There's nobody better than Bryan Danielson. We got the announcement, Jesse. We got Tony Schiavone mentioning Sting's final match will be at AEW Revolution next March in Greensboro, North Carolina, at the Greensboro Coliseum, where so many of Sting's biggest matches were held. Schiavone brought up his match against Ric Flair in that arena in 1988. I was 6 years old at that time. Sting and Ric Flair walked into view. Ric Flair wearing just this overly gold, gaudy, fucking 3 sizes too big suit. Looks ridiculous. Sting talked about his very first world title match back then and said he never guessed he'd be standing with Flair and Schiavone talking about his career. Sting brought up that his 45-minute Raw aired commercial-free and noted that he hadn't before. He said that didn't really matter to him though. Flair said he didn't, of course Flair had to get a word in here. Flair said he didn't make Sting, Sting made himself. He said after that match, he walked back to the locker room with 25 wrestlers congratulating him. Said it didn't rehearse or talk about it. He just went out there and did it like it did. Flair said he's 74 years old, working for Tony Khan and standing next to Tony Schiavone, and he's headed back to Greensboro, North Carolina. He said it's honored to be by Sting's side. Shook Sting's hand and said it'll be one for the ages. They wooed together. And then Sting said this is 1980 all over again. Now, I have this terrible feeling that in the Greensboro Coliseum, it's going to be Sting and Darby versus Andrade and Rick. Now, I know I put that out there in the universe, and I'm sorry to the higher beings and the higher powers that I just, uttered these magical words to, but I think Tony Khan would be that. I think Tony Khan would be that markish to do it. I really do.
Please don't do this to us.
Who else is he going to wrestle in his last match? You know it's going to be a tag team match because they mentioned that he's 24-0 and has the longest winning streak in AEW. Every win has been a tag team match. And you know Tony Khan's going to want Sting to remain undefeated.
Not a problem.
Tony Khan from fucking Sting.
Yes.
1% wrong. I'm wrong about things, but I'm not wrong at all. I'm wrong.
Somebody. I don't know where this company is going. I think they've kind of forgotten about what brought them to the table. And it's not putting Ric Flair and Big Show fucking match.
Mark it down, tag it, fucking mark it. JD Thomas. Yes. JD Thomas.
Why? Nobody wants that shit. Why?
Brian Dixon cut the promo at the commentary table about the tournament, and he said he's going to win it. I hope he does. He got fired up and talked about having surgery on his broken orbital bone. He said he won't be humble in win or loss, but he's in it to win it and become the first ever Triple Crown champion. And we got 3 matches already hyped up for Collision. Andrade versus Daniel Garcia, Claudio versus Roman King, and then I think Brian may be wrestling. Not sure. He's gonna have to wrestle eventually. So
that's how that works.
Mark Briscoe versus Roosh. Not gonna spend too much time on this. Roosh wins in about 11 minutes. I thought this was great. I thought this was better than the opening match with Moxley and Jay Lethal. Briscoe, he's very good. Roosh is excellent as well. So we got a commercial break, and Roosh had Briscoe in a leg lock. Roosh overhead toss. Briscoe off the ring. Briscoe jarred down. Briscoe rolled back into the ring before being counted out. Briscoe landed a top rope elbow, which I love his elbow grab, man. It looks so fucking beautiful. Landed a top rope froggy bow for a near fall. Roosh backdropped out of a J driller by Mark. Then landed a cannonball on the corner, landed the running elbow to the chest, and then a running basement dropkick, which looked fucking brutal. With a 1-2-3, Roosh picks up the first win in the tournament. He's on the board with 3 points. Good stuff.
Very good. I like Mark. I'm still accustomed to seeing him. I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna take a while. Watch these guys for fucking decades, as a tag team. So, not saying we won't get there. I'll get there. It's gonna take me longer. I appreciate that he's done, and I'll get to him. I'll get accustomed to seeing him as a singles, but it doesn't stop what he can do in the ring. He's still great.
And with it, any hope of understanding what this madman is actually ranting about.
Eddie Kingston got a promo saying he was, in the match against Brody King on Saturday night. He was sitting against a brick wall on Saturday for the pre-tape. And he said he knew he was going to be tough because Tony Khan didn't put any scrubs in this tournament. He was a little down about what happened. He's got 0 points so far in week 1. Noting that he has to face Bryan Danielson on Saturday's Collision. So there you go. Bryan is wrestling Eddie Kingston. He was rubbing his wrist and said he'd be ready by Saturday for Bryan Danielson. It doesn't look like Eddie Kingston's going to get on the scoreboard for week 2 either, bro.
Yeah, it don't look good. Unless Injured Brian is going to put Eddie over. No.
Maybe. We'll see. I'll be watching. I don't know. I'll let you guys know if we're going live or not. It sounds like a good show. Moving on. Rouge wins. He's on the board. Backstage, we go to Toni Storm. RJ City was sitting with her on the couch. Toni Storm had her legs on top of RJ's legs, sitting on the couch. Lucky man. She put her legs on his lap, talked about JFK visiting her as she celebrated well into the evening at the compound.
Big mistake.
Now she's really going all in with this gimmick. Man, talking about JFK. Oh my
All the
goodness.
help you can get.
She says she's feeling fatigued and dehydrated and has a touch of the gout. RJX, she's worried about defending her title next week. No name was mentioned. We don't know who she's defending the title against. I don't know why. We're getting random championship matches just thrown out there. No bill. She mentioned famous names of the past and asked if they were worried. She asked RJ to remove her shoes. And that's the way the segment came to a close. We had Luther the Butler holding the title up above Toni Storm, and Mariah May was in the background fangirling over Toni Storm.
There are more heads to the Hydra than you will ever comprehend.
What Toni Storm is doing.
This is a minor setback at most.
I want to see some. I want to see more in-ring stuff. Yeah. It's getting a little bit too much on the comedic side and less of the wrestling stuff. Now she's champion. We need to see more in-ring stuff. It's and between her and Julia, and we got Julia Hart tonight. What, another open challenge, bro? Can we please do something with the women?
We'll get to it.
Please do something with the women.
MJF, he limped to the ring. He's got his fancy cane, microphone in hand. That's all he needs. He's got both of his title belts. Cut his music. Got a graphic that hyped up December 30th. World title, Samoa Joe versus MJF. Partially torn labrum. Excalibur did mention it on commentary. MJF says when it comes to Samoa Joe as a person, you know what, I don't like him too much. I think he's an asshole. So professionally, he respects Samoa Joe. He says he didn't come to AEW to line his pockets. He came to AEW because he believes in the three letters, AEW. So fans began chanting AEW. He said back in the early 2000s, he remembered getting a poster in his mailbag and it said TNA Wrestling. He tuned in and he couldn't be happy. He said he saw crazy athleticism in a new cast of wrestlers that he's never seen before. He said Samoa Joe stood out. I'm listening to MJF talk about this, and I wish a lot of the fucking incels and the geeks online would look at AEW and feel that same way. Oh, look, another promotion outside WWE with a ton of great athletes that I've never seen before, man. Let's watch, you know. Doesn't it's illegal. Yeah, you look down upon that.
I stole their thunder.
Said Samoa Joe stood out in TNA Wrestling. Said Joe looked unconventional, but the fans didn't care because he was the baddest man on earth. And yes, that is true, because Samoa Joe. You look at somebody like Samoa Joe getting hired by WWE, there were rumors and murmurs about, them making fun of his weight, and that's the reason why they didn't hire him, in the first place. It took a little bit. He had to build his resume up, and his body of work actually got him hired, not his aesthetics, which is a shame because Samoa Joe is fucking unbelievable. But his talents were not recognized in WWE, and he wasn't afforded a chance to be a world champion in WWE. And this was mentioned by MJF. But what Joe did for the sport was bigger than he said he proved to you. He didn't have to be a massive male bodybuilder to be a star in this sport. Said Joe broke the mold and proved alternatives do matter. Said Joe paved the path for people like him. Said without Joe, there would be no AEW. And there is some truth to that. So he said thank you to Samoa Joe and the fans. Let him chant thank you, Joe. Says he's been happy to go down the road Joe paved, but he's not so shabby himself. Says he's helped build a new alternative and it's helped build it brick by brick. Fact. He said that he did it by beating some of the biggest names in the industry. And he ran through these names very quickly because he knew, some of these names would garner a reaction. Cody Rhodes, Chris Jericho, CM Punk, Bryan Danielson, Jon Moxley, and Kenny Omega. He read them in that type of speediness or hurriedness. He said Joe is one opponent he's defeated that he felt lucky to have survived. He said Joe is a wrestling legend, but December 30th is not about Joe, it's about his legacy. Promise everyone that he will show the world, despite how beat up his body is, It's not about the size of the dog in the fight, but the size of the fight in the dog. Try saying that one 3 times fast. I almost fucked it up. He said he'll have to put him down at World's End. MJF broke his cane, and he was walking around in the ring without his cane. The lights went black, flickered. We got some spotlights dancing around in the ring. Men in black masks attacked MJF. 3 of them held him down as the big guy of the group with a baseball bat stood ominously above MJF, about to bash him in the head. Samoa Joe ran out. His music played. He came from somewhere. He didn't come from the aisleway. He came from the crowd. He dragged this guy out of the ring and cleared the ring of the other 3 guys. Then the screen went black for an awkward 7 to 10 seconds or so. Our TVs went out. I guess this was part of the show. And then the screen said, "In the shadows, our game begins. Next week, MJF and Samoa Joe, will you face the unknown in a tag team match?
Blessings.
Are you a hero, Max?" So back in the ring, lights went back on. Joe had some words for MJF. Tell him to calm down, I'm here. Nothing's gonna happen to you. I'm not gonna let anything happen to you. MJF yelled on stage with the microphone, "I'm so sick of your Scooby-Doo bullshit." He says he's going to unmask him and take him out and take them out one after another. He says they're on for the tag team match. Joe was not happy, but MJF eventually calmed down, and it paused, and then Black Masked Men sound effect kicked in briefly, and then went right back to MJF's theme, and that's the way the segment came to close. I thought this was great stuff. I thought this was excellent.
Loved it. Yeah. Loved it. I don't think I've ever seen an MJF segment that I did love. And put Joe in it, and it's an automatic win. This is great stuff. This takes us into the next week as far as the story goes. This gives us our breadcrumb. Yep, this gives us a little something. Yeah, how is MJF going to be able to go? What are we going to get as far as these unknowns in a ring? Do we get a mask revealed? I don't expect to see the devil here. No, not at all. Let's squash that right now before we get to
I will ask you this, Jesse. Do we need a reveal of one of these masked men at least? Or is that to give away the devil?
It should, at the very least, there should be a valid attempt. All right, there should be, okay, we got this guy. Let's get this mask off. And if it's not gonna happen, there needs to be a legit reason as to why something else happened. I don't know what. Fucking be creative. They get jumped. I don't know. I don't fucking know. When you go out there and just win the match, raise your hand and go skipping off into the sunset and not try to reveal anybody, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
Like I get it. You know what I was thinking about? You know, when Samoa Joe pulled the big guy out, like the first thing that I would have did was fucking go for the mask and rip the mask off. He just pulled him out of the ring and wanted to beat him up. Like, bro, unmask. Like, yeah, it's like
Joe doesn't give a shit.
Nah,
I don't give a shit who it is. I don't care. It's Max that cares who it is. Joe just wants him to get the fuck off his title defense.
Yeah.
I don't care who it is. Get the fuck out of here. So that made sense, but Max should be focused on only finding out who this is.
Yeah.
So I mean, if we get a Roddy reveal next week, does that give it away entirely?
No.
I don't think it does.
No.
Well, let's see.
Yeah, because Adam Cole conveniently told Roddy last week, "I'm not your best friend anymore. Fuck off."
Yep.
So
there you go.
They did announce Montreal, Quebec, Canada next week. It will be their debut. Excalibur did say, like Jesse said earlier in the show, against the wishes of Joe, Tony Khan has agreed to book this match against the Unknown. So that's happening next week. So we got Christian and Adam Copeland, and then this cliffhanger tease potentially of some of these guys, or one of these guys, being unmasked next week. So next week's going to be a big show. I like it. I thought this was a great job by all involved and exactly what we need to build to next week's show. I love a good cliffhanger. This was great.
It's good. Can't wait.
Wardlow squashed AR Fox. Basically, another stoppage, powerbomb, and Fox apparently did get some offense here. 450 splash. Wardlow powerbomb Fox, hit a clothesline. He continued to attack. He had a beautiful swanton off the top rope that was absolutely gorgeous. He followed with another powerbomb, and the referee called for the bell after checking on Fox, who appeared to be knocked out. This was stopped in 4 minutes by the referee. Now, a lot of people were noticing Wardlow's hat hair or mask hair, but I found it to be a little bizarre that immediately following this match, we got a Wardlow match, and everybody tends to think that Wardlow is a part of this little devil. So, I don't know.
Okay. Speculating and trying to figure it out is a part of the fun. Yeah. So it's all good.
They gave us a trios match tonight. Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy, and Brother Zay against Dante Martin, Darius Martin, back together, Top Flight, and Action Andretti. I actually like the makeup of this trio. I think that's a great looking trio.
Enjoy it while you can.
I know, yeah. I mean, until he breaks his other ankle. 10 minutes. This was just there to pop the crowd with some big moves and get Dante back into the mix here. You know, I didn't really care for this. It doesn't really mean anything. But where the trio title? There's no real contention for the trios title, so why do I care?
I want you to know who has
the
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Nowhere to be found. Might as well get rid of it. It's so frustrating, honestly.
Yep.
Dante looks great. He looked refreshed. He looked rejuvenated out there. Hopefully he can stay healthy. I think Top Flight's got a huge upside. Great to see them back. Love both of those guys. This could be a solid trio if they want to get serious with that division again. Dante, Darius, and Andretti win in 10 minutes. Man, did they drop the ball on Action Andretti, man. It's like he's all over the place. He's on Dynamite. He's feuding with Jericho at the beginning of the year. Ring of Honor. It's like he's all over the place.
I mean, they tried to get a little spark going, you know, Jericho tried to help and stuff like that. I wouldn't necessarily call this them dropping the ball as much as I would say he just didn't get over as much as they hoped.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I don't think, and this is not a knock on Andretti, so, you know, go in the ring like none of it. He's a fucking young, great talent, but my God, is he the drizzling shit in front of a camera and a microphone, man.
Yeah, this match was only booked because Dante Martin is from Minneapolis, so Tony Khan gave him a hometown return, and Tony Khan's good on that. He's usually very good with that. Renee Paquette, after the match was over, went to interview Dante, Darius, and Action Andretti backstage. In walked Penta, Commander, and Vikingo with Alex Abrahantes, because Penta was the one who put him out with that fucking terrible spot at the Ring of Honor pay-per-view last year. He came, gave him a fist bump. Now we're back at it. Hey, man, you're all healed. Let's put you back in the ring. Can I ask a favor? And two other fucking maniacs. Great. So we got this trios match happening. I'm assuming it's going to happen on Rampage. That's where Tony Khan usually throws his rental luchas out there. So it is what it is. You know, I don't really care.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't care either. They are great spectacles, you know, to show off their in-ring work. Yeah. And they are. And when we say we don't care, I mean, you know, look.
That doesn't mean that Vikingo is now.
Yeah, exactly. These guys can fucking go. You know, but after that is done, the next week, you're going to put them in a match and they can go. Okay? And then the next week, you're going to put them in a match and they can... We get it! What else can they bring to the table as far as entertainment? Can they carry out a storyline? Can they do something interesting in promos? Can they get them a manager that can help them with something? We are tired of just seeing them go out there and giving us fantastic matches and spots. It's gotten boring. I am sorry. We need more from these luchas to keep us engaged.
You know, Vikingo's stock has fallen tremendously because Tony Khan has just ruined all the appeal of him by using him almost every other week.
Yeah.
I thought this guy was something unique and special. He was like the next greatest fucking coming of Rey Mysterio. What happened?
Yeah. Imagine if we got Okada coming out to Dynamite every week, wrestling and then leaving.
It's like Okada fucking visiting the United States for 6 months. Yeah, let's throw him out there against QT Marshall.
Oh yeah, I mean it's boring at this point. We get Okada once in a blue moon. It is normally a high profile match, great match, and then he goes back and we don't see him for a long time. So it's good to see him when he comes. You know, we get this Vikingo guy every other fucking week, and there's nothing interesting after his match. You know, so you don't care anymore.
Yeah. Julia Hart She went one-on-one and defended the TBS title against Jesse's favorite female wrestler of all time, Emmy Sakura.
I don't hate Emmy anymore. I told you guys.
Anyway,
I respect her craft. Tired of seeing her.
Another match.
When you've got a minute, could you meet
that
me
Tony
in the
Khan
room?
booked because Julia is from Minneapolis,
recovered from
and this was a hometown pop for her. But at the same time, I get what Tony Khan is trying to do, make good for the roster. Why do we get random
This stuff is
nothing
Now
matches that at the end of tonight are never going to be referenced or talked about ever again?
We're ready to meet.
What is with the open fucking challenge? And they're slick. Oh, it's a house rules match.
It's an open challenge.
So what? I don't want anybody coming to my house, man. The door's fucking locked. It's 12 o'clock. Give me a break.
Let me ask you this. I mean, why did Emi Sakura deserve a title match?
I don't know.
It was an open challenge. No, it's bullshit. No. No contenders.
An open challenge is someone that maybe is not in the company that's coming in to hide Julia Hart, a debut, or something. Open challenge is Emi Sakura. No.
I've beaten everyone else, so now let's go to an open challenge. You've beaten everyone else?
When was the last time Emi Sakura was on TV? She lost, right? Every time I see her, she loses.
So, look, we're not trying to complain. That's what we're trying to say.
Oh, I'm complaining.
Yeah, I guess we are complaining. We want something interesting for the women. The most interesting thing to happen in the women's division in the last couple of weeks is Britt Baker tweeting tonight.
Isn't that something that the most outside Tony Storm right now, because she's doing a great job.
She's doing a great job.
But outside that, Britt Baker, who's not been on TV in months, tweeting, no storyline or whatever, under an assumption that she's a part of something here with the Devil reveal, is the most interesting female right now in all of AEW.
Give us something. Every time you book open challenges, that tells us you had nothing planned, so you just threw a match together. Just put that in the subtext. Put that right under the name. When you guys put little witty shit under the fucking graphic, put down, we had nothing interesting for the winners, so we booked this open challenge.
Who is in charge of this division? Agents, producers, fucking... Who's in charge here? Like, come up with a story for the title.
Champion.
Is Sky Blue part of this thing? We need some Sky Blue, nothing done there.
Before they roll out.
We have two women's champions. Don't know why. We have two women's champions. One is not wrestling enough, and the other one's just wrestling with no story. If we merge these two, if we merge Tony Storm's gimmick, and then merge the fact that Julia is wrestling, we might get one interesting women's champion.
You know, I put out a tweet today in regards to this match because, you know, I always talk about this with Jesse when we're live because it's the same fucking shit every week. Julia Hart's great. Another random match with no story surrounding the TBS Championship. It's not. Then we get somebody in my thread on Twitter and he says, she just won the title. She's got to build up a few wins first. I'm sure she'll be in some sort of storyline. She's the champion. Okay, so you know what my reply was? Because the last two champions got storylines with the TBS title, right?
Right.
No.
We are following the same formula that they gave Chris Statlander.
Jay didn't have a story, and don't tell me her fucking streak was the story, because that's not. They're all over challenge this fucking story. Get the fuck out of here, man. Chris Statlander wasn't in the story. Nothing.
I feel like I could sit here within the next couple of minutes and come up with something more interesting than Julie Hart than what we get. Come up, get a couple of women from the back and put them in the ring for a #1 contenders match for the TBS title. Throw Julia Hart out there in all of her fucking darkness and every fucking thing to watch the fucking match. Have your winner go over, have Julia Hart look her over, get in her face, and take the fuck off. Next week, have someone else come out, two women, have a great fucking match. Julie Hart's watching, then Julie Hart jumps the winner in the fucking back because she don't want the winner to keep fucking momentum. I'm already already come up with more fucking story for Julia Hart in the last 30 seconds than you have in the last couple of weeks.
Something. Maybe a little mysterious black box that's got fucking ooze or something. Mist coming out of it. Something. Yeah, it's fucking victim that she's gonna curse. Something.
Here we go.
Jesus, dude.
This is fucking Christ, like the whole fucking some fucking sorcery bullshit to fucking make it into something. Give me something. She wins in 8 minutes. And she's still, listen. Taking nothing away from Julia Hart, okay? She's made this mistake now 2 times in a row with the moonsault. Too close to the turnbuckle. Hey, it looked good in execution. The end result did not look good, okay?
No one ever claimed she was a fucking seasoned veteran. She's still getting there, we know that much. I want to give a shout out to Amy Sakura. to the announce team. Ooh. Amy Sakura.
Why do you want to shout out Amy Sakura? Why?
I was gonna say so for her rolling into the moonsault to try to make it to have some impact, and then commentary for putting it over. Like, hey, it's like she was trying to roll out of the way, but she ended up rolling into it. As opposed to it just happening, then commentary says, didn't get all of it. Didn't get all of it. Didn't get all of it. Didn't get all of it is translation for they fucked it up. Every time you hear Corey Graves saying, didn't get all of it,
Man, that's Solomon's to do it. Didn't get all of it.
Didn't get all of it. So shout out to Amy seeing that, oh shit, she's gonna overshoot. And then Tony Schiavone saying, oh, Amy tried to roll out of the way, but she never rolled into it, unintentionally. They did something. It was a botch. She's inexperienced. She's still learning. She's getting there. And instead of somebody just saying, look at that, didn't get all of it, moving on. They are trying, so I can appreciate that.
Okay. I'm still wondering what Amy Sakura is.
Who is it?
The artifacts are secure, but why don't you teach Hydra a lesson while you're there?
Let me help you.
Sakura. Huh? Amy Sakura?
Amy Sakura.
Amy Sakura.
Amy? Oh, you pronounce it.
Amy. Sakura, not Amy Sakura.
Okay.
Why I said ooh.
Okay. That was all. Okay.
Lucky shot.
Never mind, I'm just fucking around with this guy, man. Fucking like, what? I went from fuck yourself. To take myself.
Yeah, like what am I missing? They changed her name or something? They changed Cassidy's name. I didn't fucking realize that. Like, who's this Zaya? What are we talking about?
Zaya.
This situation is grave.
Exactly, see?
Anyway. Oh, brother Zay.
Oh, whatever the fuck they...
Amy, whatever. She and Julie went to the it's Argent City interviewed Mariah May backstage and talked about having quite the run in Stardom. Nobody cares. You're in the United States now, but nobody gives a shit. She thanked RJ City for connecting her to Tony Storm. RJ said Storm makes things happen and he's happy to help. She seemed to be kind of flirting with him. And he had to go, he had her go check in with Tony Khan. She knocked on Tony Khan's door. Don't know if he was in the office or not. I'm sure he was sitting in Gorilla. Mariah May entered Tony Khan's office, and I believe she may be wrestling next week in Canada. You want to show us what she's made?
But hey, she has some kind of story. And now we're gonna see her in the ring.
Yeah, man.
Hey, man. I got a team ticket.
If Mariah May is given, I'll pay.
Whatever works for you.
Yeah. What?
Position tango.
Good.
Christian Cage.
There we go.
There's a line of 5 security guards in the ring. He invited
all of them BTE.
He invited Adam Copeland to the ring. No response. Christian says he knows Copeland is back there. He said he wants to address some things he said last week, so he appreciated a response. Still. Christian asked for it. He double split music they did. Adam Copeland, dead serious. Christian stood behind these 5 security guards like a coward. Christian told Copeland that management wanted the security guys there, but he didn't need them. Sure thing, guy. Sure thing, man. We believe that story? I don't. He told them to vacate the ring, so they did. Christian said he last challenged him to a match on December 6th in Montreal on Dynamite. So he wanted to tell him tonight that they won't make it to Montreal. They approached each other in the middle of the ring. Christian said, "We're not going to make it to Montreal because I'm sorry." So, Adam Copeland's facial expression was every person that it kind of lessened. Christian said people think he's only sorry because Copeland took out the kill switch and Nick Wayne. He says that's not the reason though. He says he was upset when he saw what Copeland did to Luchasaurus. He corrected himself and said kill switch. Christian said he moved in his car and went for a drive with the windows down. He said that would be terrible in Minneapolis from what I hear. It's like 15 degrees out there. Not really a good windows down in the car type of day. He said it turned into a road trip of soul searching as he tried to figure out how to become the person he's become, doing such unsavory things. He reminisced about the road trip when they got on the road. He says they knew they'd make it, but they didn't know how. He says they made it and they became the greatest tag team that ever lived. He talked about their world title reigns. He said everyone knows Copeland grew up with a single mother. He said he grew up without a father.
You were too weak for
He said he's his brother. You might not have had a father, but in turn my father became your father. He brought you in like one of our own. He says his dad disciplined him like he was his own kid. And to this day, he's still his biggest fan. Because they weren't 2 random guys thrown together. I love you, man. We are family. He said when his mom died a few years ago, it was the hardest time of his life. He said before, all that, and she passed, she said she'd love to see them tag team together one last time. Copeland began to get a little teary-eyed here. Christian asked them to tag together one more time for your mom. Copeland looked down and seemed like he was considering it. As he turned around to think about it, Christian wound up to hit him with the TNT title belt. This guy's a scumbag. Copeland kicked him in the crotch. Christian went down. Copeland picked up the microphone and said, "Nice try, dumbass." He told him to shine up that TNT title belt because next week she's coming home with me. Oh, I almost forgot. You go fuck yourself. And Mike Mansory, he missed, he actually, 5-second delay on the 5-second delay is what this was.
He muted like the next 10 seconds after the fucking...
Yeah, where Christian mounted off, you motherfucker. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yes, I know. So someone's getting fined, someone's getting reprimanded and scolded, I'm sure. I don't know how much that fine is, but I'm sure Warner Brothers Discovery is not very happy about that coming across our TVs at 9:30 in the evening on Wednesday on TBS.
We're live, pal.
Yeah, we're live, yeah. Don't focus. I laughed my ass off. I thought it was great. I mean, there's nothing wrong with dropping a fucking F-bomb every now and then. I think it's absolutely suitable thing to say. But what am I? But on national television,
with no kids.
Frown. Yeah, listen, man, if I have kids, I'm still gonna drop the F-bomb.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I believe that. I do.
I thought this was fantastic. Obviously, we're getting the match. Do you think, you said before, Jesse, you don't think we're getting this match next week?
Nah, we're not getting this fucking match, man.
World's End?
Nah, World's End, yeah.
So what do? We get, is this, we're a classic Bruce Pritchard, Vince McMahon bait and switch?
Bait and switch, come out, some kind of, Nick Wayne, Luchasaurus run in, beat down a Tim type deal.
Yeah.
Add a little fuel to it, and I don't know, maybe get us to, maybe have this match get us to a stipulation match, maybe we get a cage match?
Maybe, possibly. I could see that happening, but, I mean, what Christian was saying here is eventually what's going to happen. They're eventually going to team together again. Yeah, they're going to. join forces again when the time is right. Right now we gotta get there's at least 2 matches here between the two.
Yeah, sure, of course. Yeah.
Main event time. Swerve Strickland and Jay White. This is the Gold League of the Continental Classic. I thought this match was fantastic. Great shit by both of these guys, two of the world's best professional wrestlers right here in the main event. Swerve is at the top of his game. How long is he going to be able to keep that up? I don't know. I'll be on the call for Swerve and Speedball Mike Bailey at Friday's House of Glory show.
Hey, tell Swerve I said hey.
Are you sure you want me to do that?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Are
you positive you want me to do that?
We'll talk about it.
Should I go over there and do this then? Yeah, do the whole fucking thing. No?
I can't see what you're doing, but probably not. No,
we won't do that.
But we'll talk about it after.
Can I offer a handshake?
Absolutely.
Hey, man, how you doing, man? How you doing? What's up, brother?
Hey, man, he's a very approachable, very nice guy.
I'm sure he just don't like me.
Well,
lead the...
Again, I think it could be an interesting conversation. I don't know. I think it'd be an interesting conversation. We'll talk about it later.
This was a great match. Went 17 minutes. I'm not going to break this thing down like crazy. We'll pick it up after the commercial break. Strickland was...
Wait. What?
Nico will tell you our purpose.
Miss Minoru can explain what...
On a crutch.
He was on a crutch.
And he's still...
That's great.
And he's still...
Oh yeah, he got beat up right by Paige. He's selling that stuff.
Hey man, maybe he didn't get beat up by Paige. Maybe
he got put through tape.
Look man, Nana still did this. Okay.
He got put through tape. Poor guy.
What?
But he's... I mean that would probably mean he does swerve.
Yeah, that probably.
Alright, picture here. White was keeping Strickland grounded. Snap, German, which looked ridiculous. Underhook suplex into the corner. Strickland came back. And head scissors, a rolling flatliner, and into a spinning suplex. His brainbuster is fucking beautiful. Swerves. Unbelievable. Both men got to their feet. White hit a flatliner of his own, dropping Strickland right on his head. White hit a snap German. Did not go for the cover. Took too long, allowing Strickland to throw a big lariat. Both guys doubled down. Forearm exchange. White went down. He was playing possum. He shot blocked Strickland's leg, hit the urinage for a 2 count. Strickland fought off a sleeper suplex. White slapped an armbar submission on him. Strickland rolled through, trapped the arm, stomped onto the arm, and did the kill shot. Looked great. Nice snap to it. White was almost sent into the referee, who was Bryce Remsburg here, like last week. And he tried for another low blow, same way he won the match last week with Roosh. But this time Strickland had it scouted, hit a big slam, house call kick, swerve stomp, White kicked out. I thought that was the end of the match. And when Jay White kicked out, I'm like, oh, Jay White's winning this thing. Yeah. So White bit Strickland's hand and hit a Blade Runner, but Strickland and the momentum of the Blade Runner rolled to the floor. So he escapes the pinfall. White brought him back inside, traded near falls. Both missed more finisher attempts. Justin Roberts makes the 15-minute call to 20-minute time limit in these matches. White hit a sleeper suplex. Strickland counted a Blade Runner into a fluke roll-up for the 1, 2, 3, and he gets the victory. Jay White shocked. And Swerve joins Moxley with 6 points in the Continental Classic Gold League. Great match.
Yeah, great match. We talked about it at the top of the show.
Yep.
If you guys missed it, I thought this match was the epitome of what TK was going for as far as the structure of this tournament and everything else. Going really, really good matches to build into your pay-per-views and put on pay-per-view quality, fantastic fucking matches while you're telling stories along the way. Love it. I think it served all of its purpose today.
It's a very good question in the chat. Someone asked, manager of the year, Prince Nana or Don Callis? I'm going Prince Nana.
Hey, can I ask a favor?
Right now, Prince Nana is hot. Don Callis is kind of cooled off a little bit. I mean, other than,
Caretaker isn't big on
you know,
the idea
do
of
his fire ass dance. I don't think
you're
Nana's
gonna
really
love
done
this.
anything. Callis has been a fucking, you know, a heat magnet, you know, but they have been cold. The Callis family has been ice cold. I'm wondering if something was going on. That's why he's not here. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Don't know what's going on there. We will hope we figure that out. I missed Don Callis on TV. Takesha should be on TV. But I'm glad you guys are watching us. Whether it's a TV, a mobile device, an iPad, or some other form. Maybe watching us on a fucking old school 80s box TV. Who the fuck knows? Thank you guys very much, no matter where you guys are watching us. We appreciate you very, very much. We are going to get into your super chats right now. Also, I want to make sure you guys are aware, Manscaped is sponsoring the show tonight, man. Manscaped.com. Code script 20. Go get yourself one of their great products. I recommend the Beard Hedger Pro Kit. Go get yourself one of the electric shivers, man. It's literally the best electric shiver. No more messy drawers full of attachments. It's got 20 different settings right on the razor blade. It's unbelievable. It's waterproof. Take it in the shower. Do what you gotta do with it. Save yourself some money, man. Christmas is coming up. A gift like that is a beautiful gift for the man in the household. Script 20 at manscaped.com. You're going to get free shipping on top of that as well. Go support Manscaped. The more you support, the more they want to be a part of the OTS family. Follow Jesse and I on social media at JD from NY206, at Chi-Town Smart on X. Also, I'm available on Instagram, TikTok, and Cameo. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for notifications. And make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. We got 730 likes. I would love to get close to 1,000, as close as we can to 1,000 likes as possible. Let's start off with Sinister Classic becoming a new member right here in the OTS, man. Thank you very much, Sinister Classic. What the fuck are you drinking, brother? Joseph Taylor with an $11 super chat. Just JD, your favorite opening match from a takeover event. My favorite is the one match from Takeover New Orleans. The first ever NXT North American Championship. I'm going to give you a different one, man, because it's jumping off the top of my head right now. Roderick Strong versus Matt Riddle. I don't know what takeover was that, but it was a fantastic opening match. You already know mine has never changed. Which is what? It was Undisputed Era versus Tony Logan and Danny Burke? Yeah, the Logan and Burke in Chicago. Yeah, that was Chicago. That was great. Michelle, super chat. It feels like Brian Moxley will be tournament finals. Knowing Tony Khan, I would not be surprised, Michelle. Hero with the $2 super chat. Whose house? JD's house. Swerve is walking into JD's house. Joey Clemenza with $2 super chat. Swerve's house. Yes.
Hello.
Hey. Tony Brown, it looks like you guys were in tandem there. Thank you. Tony Brown with a 499. Not a bomb. Just a little love for the young kings of the IWC, JD and Jesse. Thank you, Tony Brown. We love you, man. Hopefully you are incredibly well, brother.
I think I get a better workout from pulling my punches.
13 months. The best coquito is here in Puerto Rico, JD. Hope to see the new Mustang soon. You deserve it. I'm 1 month closer to the golden mine. Hashtag OTS for life. Love a good coquito, Eric. And I got the phone call for the Dark Horse. Next Friday is Dark Horse Day. If they get it, what's taking them a week to prep? I won't be able to make it down to Jersey until next Friday. Oh, yeah. Eric, thank you, brother. Jason Barker with a $20 super chat. What's up, y'all? Christmas is apparently canceled in New York City. I don't really give a shit what happened in New York City tonight with tree lighting. Where is that? Rockville Center? Who gives a fuck? Who wants to stand in the cold watching some fucking geeks put a lights on a tree? I don't give a shit. But I will still celebrate a good AEW show tonight and Christmas later in the year. OTS for life. Thank you, Jason, as always, brother. Sinister Classic with I wish you two would get their shit together. Sinister Classic is not a new member. He's a 14-month member. Still, Sinister, what the fuck are you drinking, Sinister? Fuck tribalism. My issue with Punk is he gets yet another chance after everything he did in AEW to be the hero in
WWE, tell me when I'm telling lies. You know, I'm gonna shut the music off because I forgot that. We were supposed to talk about that. Did you see the promo on Monday?
I'm gonna be honest, I did not, man. I told you the other day, I didn't watch Raw, the Bears and Vikings Raw. I saw clips and stuff on Twitter and shit like that, but I never sat and watched the promo beginning to end. I'm gonna be honest, man. I tuned into your review. I heard what you had to say about it. If you would have said it was fire and it was something and it was great, I would have went back and watched it. But it turned out,
well out there, kiddo.
from what all accounts I've heard, nothing exciting happened from it. So no, I never went back to watch it.
Know how you feel about their
I honestly don't care.
They'll appreciate a kind word.
If you're a
McCarthy still likes the Punk's promo either. I know. It was a lame ass promo.
You know, so but listening to the review and listening to the discussion on TNT last night, it seemed like it was lackluster. I mean, I think I could have agreed with at least. I mean, you don't have to come up with a quote unquote another pipe bomb, but at least give your intentions of being here. Like, what are you here to do?
You know, that's what I said. And I listened to a couple other people that I respect in the community.
Agatha is lucky to have.
He said the same thing. He said the same thing that I said on Monday. Now, we don't correlate notes. We don't talk back and forth. We're live at the same time. So I don't know what he's going to say. He doesn't know what I'm going to say. Nobody knows what we're going to say. And we said the same thing. What was his reason for being back? Give me something.
Yeah.
Cody announced himself for the Royal Rumble. Punk could have come out and said, hey, you know what? I'm back. I never main evented WrestleMania. I want to be in the WrestleMania main event. I'm entering with Cody in the fucking Royal Rumble. That would have been newsworthy in itself, and I wouldn't have complained like I did on Monday. He didn't even do that.
Yeah.
That's all we wanted. We wanted more. We didn't get more. It was very, very tame, and it didn't really divulge on anything, really.
Yeah. Now I could agree if this is all he was gonna say and do, like apparently, which was nothing. I guess I would have started to show off with him. Just
yes.
to get him.
See, I'm glad you said that because I also said that too.
Yeah. Instead of because if I'm waiting to the end to hear what he has to say, I mean, at least let there be some kind of headline to his promo, other than I'm back. I saw Survivor Series. I saw that you're fucking back.
Hell froze over, pal.
Is that what he said in the ring?
Yeah, that's the first thing he said. Well, I guess hell froze over. It was a take on Bret Hart because Bret Hart said that when he returned to WWE after all those years.
Yeah, I mean, look. I mean, what was the gist? What was the? If someone asked, like, what did Punk have to say? What was the big announcement? What would someone answer? What would they say? Like, no.
A lot of the audience was like, well, you gotta give it time, man. You gotta be patient. It's gonna be the Punk that you want. You can't do it on night one.
That wasn't my question. If someone would have asked me, what did Punk say? What was his message? What was the core of his message for the night?
I'm home.
But didn't he pretty much establish that when he came out in Survivor Series?
Well, he didn't say it verbally. He said it verbally. This is where he basically said he didn't belong in AEW. He belongs here.
But did he tell us why?
No.